Guys, I think we may have found the movie of the year, in my opinion. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? It's your guy Q, the movie collector, here again, back with a review today. And on today's video, we're going to be reviewing a very special movie that, in my opinion, it really tugged at heartstrings. And I can honestly sit here and say I kind of teared up a little bit watching this movie, and it was great. And the most ironic thing about all of it is that this movie is based on a Stephen King short story. Shocking, right? Not really. When you think about Stephen King movies, most people immediately flock to things such as like Cujo, It, um, what's another one out there? Um, Misery, a few other movies out there. They flock to the horror stuff, but not a lot of people really think about the movies that were really great stories. And one of those being was something like Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, and now this new one that I just happened to stumble upon, and I am talking about The Life of Chuck. Man, this movie right here, so much to say. I can't really put into words, especially. In which, by the way, this movie was sent to me for the purpose of this review from Alliance, and yeah, this movie, it was really great. The movie, it starts off, and the movie is split up into three acts. Let me start off by saying that, and it starts off from the third act and makes its way to the first act. And I want to say that's how it was conducted in the short story as well. And this movie is also directed by Mike Flanagan. I mean, Dr. Sleep, anyone? Midnight Mass. But yeah, the movie starts off, and I'm gonna butcher his name because I can never say it right. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Someone help me out in the comments, if you will. But no, it starts off with his character of Marty. And Marty is a school teacher. He's going about his day by his daily routine with being a school teacher, and he's struggling because he's a single man now, fresh off a divorce from his wife, which is played by Karen Gillan. And all these weird things start to happen. They start talking about how one particular coast of LA pretty much fell off into the ocean. And then all of these different things are happening where people are dying and disappearing and all this other stuff, like end of the world type things that are happening in this film. And it goes about, he goes to sleep, he wakes up the next day and discovers that there's tons of people walking his neighborhood from where they left their cars out on the highway, pretty much. And there's no television broadcast going on or any of that. But one common thing that keeps glaring for everyone is there's these signs all over the place that are celebrating Chuck's 39 years, pretty much thanking Chuck for his 39 years. And you're trying to figure out, what in the world is going on. I mean, in Act 3, you have both those two characters. You even get an appearance from Matthew Lillard, who makes an appearance in this act as well. But yeah, by the end of that third act, because I don't want to spoil it, I'm gonna try to do this without really spoiling it for you guys. And then we get to the second act, where we finally get to meet the main character of Chuck, who is played by Tom Hiddleston. If you don't know who Tom Hiddleston is, you've probably been living under a rock. But just to simplify things for you guys, Tom Hiddleston plays Thor in the MCU. Not Thor. Sorry, not Thor. Loki. He plays Loki in the MCU. But yeah, it starts off with him And in the second act, it starts off introducing this woman who's going about her day-to-day routine. She goes set up her drum set and she's playing her drum, trying to get her money or whatnot. And then Chuck just walks along and she starts playing on his cowbell. And then immediately he's taken back to thinking about something in his past and he starts getting with the rhythm. And Tom Hiddleston just starts getting down instantly. And she's just well on the drums, and he gets a girl from the crowd, and she joins in with him and starts dancing with him, and they just put on a nice little dancing performance. And and then also you got this narrator talking throughout it as well. And then by the third act, you get to his childhood, to Chuck's childhood, which you get to see the relationship between him and his grandparents, which his grandpa is played by Mark Hamill. Yes, Luke Skywalker. I will go on record to say this is Mark Hamill's best performance ever. This is Mark Hamill's best performance ever. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that from Star Wars fans. Trust me, I'm a Star Wars fan myself, and this was Mark Hamill's best performance ever. Period. 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 If he doesn't do anything else the rest of his career, this was his best role, hands down. And you also get an appearance in Act 3 from Heather Langenkamp. If you don't know who I'm talking about with Heather Langenkamp, she plays as Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street. She's in the third act as well. So just thought I may throw that out as a little Easter egg. But like I said, I can't really talk a whole lot about this movie. All I can do is tell you to trust me when I say this is a very, very amazing movie. It's a great celebration of life story. And like I said, it tugs at heartstrings big time. It tugs at them big time. But yeah, I mean, even after I've been sent this for review, I'm more than willing. I'm going to get the 4K to this just to have it in my collection. I enjoyed this so much, man. So you get a host of special features. You get the making of the life of Chuck, which goes through the entire process. You got Mike Flanagan basically talking about how he went about where he read the short story and how he was heavily motivated to want to do this film. And they talk about the dance numbers in this movie, how it needed to be on point. Apparently, the choreographer they got to work on this film with the dance scenes is the same choreographer that choreographs Taylor Swift's tours. So, but you get to hear from Tom Hiddleston how much he loved the role, how he said he was really amazed at wanting to do this film. He said what got him first was the dancing portion, but then as he read that short story, he fell in love with wanting to do the character. Yeah, you get that. You get exclusive on set interviews with Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Mark Hamill. Feature commentary, writer, director Mike Flanagan, teasers, trailers, spots, and more. So you get a lot of stuff packed into this Blu-ray, and I'm pretty sure the same thing can be said about the 4K. But this is the Blu-ray review, so I'm going to give my thoughts on the transfer. I thought for a Blu-ray, this looked great. It looked amazing. You'll see in the screen caps that I've got below. I thought the colors, the brightness, everything looked great, but I can't help but think to myself that it would look even better in 4K, and that's why I want to own this in 4K. But I thought it was a beautifully shot film. Mike Flanagan, when he directs his movies, he don't miss, man. He doesn't miss. All of his stuff is beautifully shot. And I thought this was no exception. The audio is a DTS Master Audio 5.1. I thought it sounded great, especially in the beginning when you got all this end of the world stuff happening. I thought it sounded phenomenal. Nice LFE, nice heavy bass. I thought it sounded really, really great. But yeah, that is the life of Chuck. And I will say, if you guys like this review, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the page. I want to be able to talk more about movies like this. And if you guys have any movies that's similar to this, like that are just touching, and I'm not just saying um movies that involve a lot of conversation. I don't want a lot of conversation. I just want something that tugs at the heartstrings, much like this movie. And I'll say it again, man. If this doesn't win anything during award season, I'm gonna riot. It was that good, y'all. It was that good. But anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.